What's up, you guys? Okay, let me go live on all the things. Hold on. Hey! Free class time, you guys. Get in here, get in here, get in here, honey. Come on in, okay? Come in the room. Speak to your neighbor. Where are you listening from? Okay. Hey, yo, hey. What's up, you guys? Come on in. I got a free class for you guys. It's going to be super yummy. Get your pens and papers. For permission. Yeah. I'm ready to wake up. I'm ready to stand up. I'm ready to speak up. Show up. I am the change. I'm ready to wake up. I'm ready to stand up. Get in the room, get in the room, get in the room. I got a yummy free class about turning your conversations into coins. Be the change, baby. Oh. What's up, you guys? Let me know where you're listening from. Let's see. I'm the change I've been waiting for. Oh, hey, yo. Listen, I've crawled and I've walked. Now it's time to run. I saw. You better not ask nobody. I'm not asking you, can I be great? I'm not asking you, can I do what I want to do? I'm not asking you if you're going to help me do this and help me do that. It's me. I'm ready. I'm ready. So I'm going to do what's necessary. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, I am the change, yeah. I am the change, yeah. Every day, I'm so ready. Woo! Listen, no more playing small. Okay, you guys might have to go to Instagram. Wait, this internet is trash. YouTube, maybe this isn't working. If it doesn't work, go to Instagram. If it's not working for you, go to Instagram on Facebook or YouTube. All right. We got to get started because if we're going to just all end up on Instagram because the internet sucks, then we ain't got time, baby. All right. So this live stream is for you if you know that you want to turn your conversations into coins. Keisha, what does that mean? What that means is this. Can you guys hear me? Hold on. Jeez Louise. Are we here? Interwebs. YouTube, Facebook. If all else fails, go to Instagram because Instagram is using my data versus this trash Wi-Fi. But anyway, here's the moral of the story. We're going to get straight to the point. We're going to get straight into exercise mode. I'm going to put you into one of the exercises that we're going to be... I've done this exercise 1,000 times in big groups. I do this all the time with, if I'm doing workshops live in person with entrepreneurs of all ranges. So if you have something to sell, okay, if you're selling information, if you're selling a product, if you're selling, if you just got something to sell, then you need to just get with it. Come into the room and get your pen and paper. I'm going to take you through one of the, just a piece of one of the exercises that we're doing repetitiously inside of my group. This is something that most people they stumble at. They are not good at selling. They suck at selling. So if you know that you want to sell more products and services, if you know that you want to build your tribe, here's how you're going to be able to create content that attracts the tribe that you want. And because the tribe that you want, they buy stuff. This is what we're going to do. Let me make sure you guys are good. First of all, say something in the comments. Let me make sure everybody's straight. YouTube, Facebook, if it's trash, then go to Instagram because Instagram seems like it's just completely fine. Instagram, how are we doing? Hey, O'Leary, what's up, baby? I know that's right. Girl, Crontea, girl, teach me something. I feel like I'm saying your name wrong, but I know you're in a boot camp, so I'm going to perfect your name because you're going to work with me for the next 4 weeks. That's exciting. Just Rain. What's up, Rain? Those earrings are cool. Thank you. I got them from Crew Monroe Boutique. I got them from Crew Monroe Boutique. I'm gonna do a little screenshot for her. Oh, not good. Let's do this side so I can show it to her. Good evening. Okay, everybody's good. Lala, Kiki, do you love me? Get your pens and papers. Okay. Rakia, your gift is hilarious. All right. So here we go. Conversations to coins. What does that mean if you're just joining? Meaning that when you have an offer, matter of fact, right now, I want you to think about one thing that you are currently selling or you desire to sell. Write that one thing in the comments right now. I'm throwing you straight into workshop mode. This is going to be quick and impactful, and it's something that you need to practice. The problem with most people is that they literally start stuttering when it's time to ask for money. And I'm going to tell you why. You haven't spent enough time digging into the value of what you have to offer. Does that make sense? Yes or no? I want to make sure. I need y'all to be, I know I'm asking y'all to do a lot, but I need y'all to be paying attention. Okay, I got t-shirts. What else we got? I'm about to give it to you. Ashley, how are you? A training. Okay, what is that training about? Give me some details so I can help you right now in real time. What type of t-shirts? I feel like I just want to call someone to come bring me things. Hello? But it'll take too long. I'm impatient. Okay, so you have courses based on the chapters of your book. Do you see how vague that is? That's very vague. So, as an author, Lakeisha Michelle is an author. I have a book that shows hairdressers how to go from technicians to CEOs. Six-figure CEOs to be specific. And in this book, each chapter helps you with a particular key that you must know in order to make that transition successfully. All right? And so what I'm going to do is create a course, and what I did was create a course that also took people through those chapters in depth in a boot camp format where it took the hairdresser from going to just being a hairdresser to being a six-figure CEO. Right? You got to know how to position what you're saying. So I'm just saying, and I'm off the cuff, trying to read comments and show you how not clear that is. Now, what I love is that you're already in the boot camp, so this is the stuff that we're going to be working on. Because if someone asks what you do, you can't just say, I'm selling t-shirts. Like, what in the world? You can't just say hair products. I sell natural hair. Like, go into what type of hair. I sell a serum for short hair divas that allows their hair to move and flow. It showcases their cut. It gives them shine without it being heavy. They can use it every single day. It leaves their hair feeling and looking glossy, but not overwhelmed. It makes sure that their hair stays moisturized and not brittle, especially when the winter months are coming up. So if you know that you want, you got to be able to go into it. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, I want you to get into one thing right now, even though that was two fingers. One thing. It's this one thing that's got me tripping. It's one thing that I'm so waiting. It's this one thing you did. So, okay, there's going to be several things that you need to write down. First of all, most people are not specific with one thing. All right, when I say one thing, it's like you got to know how to, and I know you see people as well as myself juggling a lot. I did not juggle until I had like one thing clear. So if you find that you're overwhelmed because you got a lot of irons in the pot, just focus on heating up one iron right now. Just focus on, and then you have to trust that you're not going to lose anything. A lot of you guys are freaking out because you want to do everything in your head, but you have to trust that it's already done and it's already yours. There is always mindset to do. Shonda, what's Gucci? There's always mindset to do. Okay? Because if you're trying to do something new and you're trying to get out your comfort zone and you're trying to get into a new zone with the same mind of where you are, that's not going to work. That sucks. That's whack. That's not going to work. So, I see a lot. Okay, great. Hair products. It's so easy to sell hair products. Oh my gosh. And you totally can sell them with Converse. Do you know how many women literally message me on Instagram and just be like, can you tell me what to, they want me to talk to them and tell them to what product to go buy. They want me to talk to them and tell them what services they need. They want me to talk to them and tell them when they can come and see me, but they can't because I'm not doing hair no more, right? So you understand what I mean by conversations to coins. Now, once you think about the one thing, There's so many things I want to tell you, and I don't even have a lot of time, especially if Instagram is the thing we're going to be doing. What you want to do, the reason why a lot of times you're not converting is because you're not thinking about the problem and what it actually causes or costs that customer. Does that make sense? Yes or no? So for example, and you may think about it, but you're not going deep enough. And when you don't go deep enough, then you don't have the conviction, and they don't have, you're not helping them identify why they need to choose you now. Okay? So, in general, what you want to do is understand the one specific problem that someone is trying to solve as it relates to this product. If you have a product, you got to know what problem it solves. I'm saying the same thing in different ways because I know that it hits different types of brains differently. Okay? When you're not clear on that, it's frustrating you. When you're frustrated, then you cannot articulate to someone why they should choose you now. Okay? So if you take, for example, a class about selling, it's easy because I'm very clear. First of all, I was the customer originally. I know, I've been there. When you cannot sell, you are freaking out in a pandemic. When you cannot sell, you think that everything is shot to hell because of whatever. Like your baby daddy left you, you're getting a divorce. So you're like, oh my God, how will I ever go? Because whatever. I'm a salesperson. I could build XYZ. Homeboy leave, I'm going to build it again because I'm a salesperson. I'm going to build it with tears in my eyes. I'm going to miss the situation. It's a traumatic situation, but she will always be okay because I can sell. So the skill set that you need to have is selling. Does that make sense? And you need to understand what happens when you don't have. For me, I'm giving you an example. If a person can't sell, again, they can't pay regular bills. And maybe they can pay regular bills, but they're ready for a new life and a new increase. And now they want to go there, but they're freaking out about selling. When you have the skill set of selling, then you can go, here's what I desire. Now it's just time for the new level. Selling is not the problem. Typically, it's mindset. Now, for me, I don't worry about how I'm going to sell something. The bigger levels and the bigger ways that I want to play in life, now I invest more into mentalities and coaches around those things. Does that make sense? Because selling is like easy. And so when I sell products about selling, I understand the pain point. When you can't sell, it's more than just you're not making money in your business, quote unquote. You ain't paying that daycare bill. You gotta go deeper. So I want you to take the one thing that you have. Now, it doesn't always have to be something painful, and it doesn't always have to be a struggle. It doesn't have to always be a suffer person. Like you, some people, you're into the personal development, but you feel like all your stories need to be that you was, stuffed in a trash can, almost killed and murdered, and, your life died and came back, and then whatever. It doesn't have to be that. It's just understanding the value of, the problem that a person has that they're searching for a solution. So, if you're watching HSN and QVC, and they want to sell you these earrings, they're not trying to sell you a struggle situation. They're just going to talk to you about, how sometimes when you buy these earrings and the backs, ladies, how many times have you lost the back of your earring? How many times have you lost the back of your earring? What I love about these, Karen, is that, also not only are these actually spray painted with the special acrylic so that they don't turn colors, because ladies, we know we love the little glam things. They're affordable, they're glamorous, but we don't want our little rhinestones falling out. So there's a special glue there that keeps the rhinestones in, which means you're going to get a longevity. This is a higher quality hoop. And ladies, we know we love our hoops. They go with everything. Now, the thing that really got me, ladies, is that I'm always looking for backs to earrings. And what I love about these is that the back is already connected. So I don't have to worry about looking for, the back. And I have nails, ladies. You know how it is when you have nails and you're like literally just trying to, y'all see how I'm selling you this earring? Because what did I do? What are the problems that a woman who would buy this earring would want to address? Does that make sense? So right now, what I want you to do is go into what you wrote down on paper. Okay, hopefully you're writing down. If you ain't wrote nothing down, I don't know, just do it at the top of your head. Whatever it is that you're selling, you got to think about what are the situations or the problem, I don't know what that noise is. If somebody walk up in my room, y'all gonna see a whole other type of Keisha. I'm gonna just tell y'all right now. She gonna be something different, and y'all just gonna have to just pray my strength in the Lord. So listen, the thing I did was, if I want to sell this, what are the frustrations as it relates? You need to be thinking of at least 5 frustrations right now as it relates to the thing that you just told me you're selling. So right now, let me see in the comments, I see hair products and shampoo. If I'm selling a shampoo, what I want to do is go in and reach for what are the things that a customer is looking for, they're frustrated with, they're Googling the problem that they're trying to solve. Now, I'm not just selling you any shampoo. This shampoo is going to help you if you have dry scalp. Now, the winter time is coming, which means that your scalp is going to get even drier. So this shampoo is really, really amazing. It's really kind of a hybrid vibe because it's going to allow your hair to retain moisture because you need moisture. You don't want your hair breaking and shedding. So this shampoo is going to allow you to retain moisture, but at the same time, which is going to help you with your scalp and it not being too dry and tight. And you know when it gets dry and tight, you wear black and you got flakes everywhere. Not only is this going to moisturize your hair and your scalp, but it's not going to be too heavy. So you don't have to worry about having the grease stains on the couch. You don't have to worry about your hair not having any movement because your shampoo is too heavy. Have you ever used a shampoo where when you got done, your hair just feels like, ugh, like it feels like it has a film on it? This shampoo is everything because it's going to treat your dry scalp. It has that peppermint and eucalyptus so that it's relaxing and soothing because we all know we need some good relaxation vibes right now in the 2020s. And your hair is going to, you see how I'm going into that? Are you guys paying attention? Hello? Am I just talking to myself? What's happening in these comments? Now, the problem most people have is that they don't know how to jump into problem solution. This is an exercise that I have taught for years, and I'm telling you, people that have bought several of my classes, y'all still don't practice this enough. You need to be able to pick up something. This is a water bottle. Let me tell you what I love about this water bottle. Now, when the pandemic hit, this is also, I'm giving you, now you got to be a type of person who can read between lines, even though we're not reading. That was reading between the lines. Notice how I went to sell this water bottle, and I went to a story. Y'all not ready for the boot camp though, because y'all not ready for the boot camp though. Okay, but anyway, so somebody caught that and somebody didn't because you're just too analytical. When the pandemic hit, I got sick and tired of panicking and going to the grocery store and buying big old things of water because I live upstairs. And currently she doesn't have a man that's carrying the water for her into the home, darling. So she has to do all of that manual labor by herself, and she's not here for that. So what had happened was I began to go onto Google and look for a water filter, okay? And so I didn't want just any water filter. I wanted, like, of course I can get the one that's going to be on my sink in my home, but then I was like, well, maybe I want a pitcher, maybe if I'm on the go, because I move around a lot and I like having my water bottles. I take my water bottle. It helps me know that I need to finish my water because I'm all about drinking water all day. That's why your girl's skin be popping. Understand the benefits of water, darling. It's amazing. And so I need something that I can carry with me as well. And so I was caught between, like, I need a water bottle that's portable. I want to drink the good water. So I like to buy the essential water and all that kind of stuff. But if you're trying to buy for the world to end, you need to buy like 20,000 packs of essential. And that's just ridiculous. So I get on Amazon and I realize that they have water bottles with filters in them. So you see me all the time in this video, in my videos. I go live every day. If you follow me, if you don't, hi, I'm Lakeisha Michelle from LakeishaMichelle.com. I drink this bottle all the time online. The reason why is because, you guys, it is so insanely amazing. It has a filter in it. So literally, I can get water from my sink, and I don't know about y'all, but I grew up drinking. I'm a country girl. We was drinking out when we played outside. We couldn't go back and forth in the house, so we had to drink out the water hose if you wanted some water. Because if you go in the house, your mama gonna be like, "Now that's it. You done been in here too many times. Sit down somewhere." And so, you know. Anyway, I ain't too good to drink out the sink if you got a filter. You understand what I'm saying? That's where I was going with that. So this is amazing because I literally, what I did was stock up on water filters during the pandemic. This thing is wet. And so now it won't come out. But the water filter comes out. It's wet and I can't do it, and we're not about to do this. But this is a filter. And so I stocked up on filters. That way, everywhere I go, I always have filtered water. And so now what I decided to do is partner with the Brita bottles. And I turned all my friends onto it, and we all love it, and we're all obsessed with our filters because everywhere we go, all we have to do is have our water bottle, and we have clean water to drink. And so during the pandemic, it helps because I don't want to go to the grocery store 1,000 times. I drink 1,000. Do you guys see what I just did? Are you guys taking notes? What did I do? I went for the problems that I had that caused me to purchase this. Now, again, making sure you understand problem doesn't necessarily have to be some detrimental thing. The problem is the thing that made me get on Google. If you can just think about that. I teach this all the time. If you've been into any of my classes, you should go, she's right. Because now you need to practice it. So you need to be in this boot camp because I'm kicking booty in this boot camp. But in LakeishaMichelle.com, if you already know you're going to be in it, stop listening to me now and go get into the boot camp and let's get started. But anyway, the reason why this worked and the reason why I could sell you this earring and the reason why I can sell you this iPad and the reason why I can sell you anything and the bigger reason why is because I believe in it. Somebody need to write that down. Half y'all don't believe in the stuff you're selling. You have to connect, and this is why you need to pay attention to start with why. Because the reason why you do anything, there's a reason why you do it. And so the more you know why you do what you do, like I hate that people are like freaking out and it's all a matter of just learning how to have a conversation. And I'm never going to sell anything that I don't believe in. Why would I ever do that? That's making my life hard. I love having a life full of things that I believe in. I have a rule. If I don't love it, I don't want it. That's why my friends get mad at me because they'll go buy me things and all this kind of stuff. And I don't be trying to be funny, but I don't want things laying around my home that I don't want. Now, there's a time when I take the gift and give it away, whatever. But at the end of the day, like, I just love everything that I have. There's a reason why I'm always cute. Like, I know people be like, she's always dressed up. My stuff is cute because I don't own raggedy stuff. I own things that I love. Everything that I have, I love. My shoes, I love. They go in my bag. Everything always matches. There's a reason. I don't do things I don't believe in. I'm not available to be raggedy. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, understanding why you do what you do is half the battle. That's why we always do personal development. But anyway, off of that horse, back to the point. Think about the thing that you're selling, and you got to think about the problems people have as it relates, okay, to the thing. That was just a little personal development. Y'all caught that. Wanda inspires you. She caught that. You saw where I was going with that, Wanda? Because that's a life lesson right there. Some of y'all going to pass right over there. Yep, but give me back to nope, you missing it. My makeup is always cute because I only carry the thing. I have a system. I only fool with. You know how back in the day you be like, oh, they not in my clique. Like, I'm only clicked up. My whole life is clicked up. I don't rock with nothing that I don't believe in. So that way I'm walking in a very aligned energy and aligned state. So I don't have to wonder if anything is whatever. Ladies, when you get, a lot of the challenge going to be, y'all need to start looking better. Sorry. You got to say what's real. So a lot of the challenge in the boot camp, I'm telling you to jump on video, stop what you're doing and jump on video. And if you looking like Celie, that's a problem. Maybe it's not, but typically it is a problem. When you look like Celie, you have Celie energy. When you look fabulous, you feel a little better, even if it's just a little bit. Beyonce even says this. I'm sorry. Why are you exempt? You trying to feel better, but you look a mess. First step, go get dressed, boo-boo. That's compliments of my southern mother and my southern aunts. We don't play that. We don't look raggedy. You understand what I'm saying? So, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Think of, I want you to do this exercise over and over and over again. You think of the one thing that you want to sell right now. Some of you guys get overwhelmed because you got too many things on your plate that you want to sell. When you're not used to selling, why are you thinking of all of those things? You're confusing yourself. And you have to be good at the problem solution exercise. This exercise is something that we are practicing every day, 5 days a week inside of the Conversations to Coins Bootcamp. You take the one thing and you jump into the problem. And you need to be able to list at least 3 to 5 problems, you guys. 3 to 5 problems. And I'm being easy. But you need to be able to keep going. Hair and skin oil. What are 3 to 5? So that's your next step. You all in the comments are dropping. Somebody said, you talking to me, I ain't gonna lie. Celie energy, I rebuke you. Rokia, girl, you crazy. When you look fabulous, you feel fabulous. Period. You cannot be available for these things. I don't understand it. I don't care that it's a pandemic. I mean, I'm not trying to, because somebody's going to take that and be like, there are people dying. People are dying every single time you take a breath, whether the pandemic was happening or not. Understand that what is. It doesn't mean that you ignored that. It means that because somebody dies with every breath, you live. You take risks. and you do the things that you are fired up about, and you literally be, capital B-E. Okay? So, back to what I was saying. Listen, you got to be able to take the one thing and list out the problems that people are having that would send them to go and Google the water bottle benefits. Features and benefits. A feature is the filter. A feature is the fact that it's like a certain type of plastic that's like the BP, whatever, the special plastic that go in your dishwasher, and it's like a healthy plastic and da-da-da. The feature is the little handle that, the benefit of the handle is that you can hook this onto, like my suitcase. And there's a little clip, so I can snatch the clip in here, and now it just hangs on my suitcase or my backpack. Does that make sense? As I'm talking to you, people are buying things. Life is amazing. Does that make sense? I love the top. I love the way the features are the things that like the hard things. But the benefit of it is that I don't have to go and spend. This is saving me money. I don't have to buy all of this water. So everybody's like trying to be bougie because they only drink Ascension and they only drink Fiji. And at the end of the day, a fiscally responsible person. Like, the benefit of this is I get to save money. I get to be eco-friendly. Okay, I'm also saving the world, the animals and the planets and the trees and all those things, right? Most people cannot get away from features and benefits. They always talk about features. No one cares about features. You need to talk about the benefit first. If I'm selling something for mothers, I'm not going to talk about my product and how many videos are inside of it and the Facebook group and the whatever all the things are. No one cares. If I'm trying to attract the attention of a mother, I'm going to go straight into her problems. You need more time. Right? A mother maybe needs more sleep. Right? You go into the problems or the things that she wishes. Even if it's a mother that wanted to buy my makeup class. Again, if I want to sell my makeup class to a mother, I'm going to go into how she ain't got all day to be in the mirror because she's running a house, the kids, probably her man or whatever, her partner. So here's the thing. She ain't got all day. Ruby Lee in the building. I love you. So the thing is, because she doesn't have all day, the way that I'm going to get her attention, listen, how do I build my tribe? The reason why I have 5.1 million viewership, 50,000 plus subscribers, all of this stuff, thousands on the email list. The reason why is because I speak to the benefits. I speak to the things that you actually care about. So you follow me because you're going to always get some inspiration, some motivation. I'm going to give you a butt kicking in a positive way. You're going to laugh because I be clowning all the time. And you're going to hear about the way that, I just love how these notifications are coming through. You're going to hear about all of this stuff. Why is it saying pause? I don't know what's happening. But you're going to... the way that you keep turning on, you know you're going to get something for you, whether you buy what I'm selling or not. The biggest problem most of y'all have is that y'all buy everything I sell. So y'all be like, dang, here I go again. That's not an accident. I'm trying to give you the skill set. I be trying to teach y'all the game. One, be in integrity and only sell things you believe in and are going to get people results. So you can release all the what if stuff that you're talking about. Which is why you listen to me, because I be kicking that fear mentality, that scary thing going on. I be kicking that butt every day. Right? Awesome message. I mean, what size is that bottle? See, that's a feature. I love it, Lala. I don't know, but I love it, and I use it, and I drink several all day so that I know I'm getting my water intake in. I don't know, but y'all should go on Amazon. Now, see, here's where I could have naturally literally just plugged in the link to this water bottle. Y'all see how it naturally sold itself? And all I was doing was having a conversation. So a percentage of you guys, you put yourself in that situation where you're like, yeah, man, I keep buying all these water bottles. And Shonda talking about I buy everything. Exactly. And guess what? That's smart. It takes time. You got to be on the campus. You got to be in the energy. Because you are who you hang around. So if you're buying, Shonda's one of my one-on-one customers. If you're hanging around me and you listen to how I talk and you're doing the free stuff and the paid stuff, you can't help but start spitting this stuff like I do. Because you're getting in my world. So that's very intelligent. Smart people understand that and then they invest. Right? So my point for all those examples, if you just joined, I gave an example selling this. with the exact thing I told you to do. You find the one thing that you want to sell, and then you get into the problem that it solves. And did you notice how I got into the problem? Somebody write down in the comments, how did I get into the problem when I started? I called it out. Let me see who caught it. I'm going to give you a digital version of one of my songs. You're going to get it for free. I'm going to give you a digital version of one of my songs that isn't even out yet. It's called I Am the Change. I played it at the beginning. How did I start selling? Look, she said all of your classes are lit. Thank you, Shonda. I buy everything. How let me see. How did I start selling this? Who was listening and paying attention? And I pointed it out. I'm going to see who caught it. 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 Let's see. Happy Wednesday. Thank you. People are buying things. Lord, this is a good life. Didn't I tell you? Boom. Crantea. Okay. She just won. And I love it. I love that. I'm always using so many water bottles. That's true. Crantea got it right. I feel like I'm saying your name wrong, but I know I'm going to get it right. She joined the boot camp. And matter of fact, I'm gonna give it to Crantea, and I'm gonna give it to Gorgeous Concept Salon ATL. You're exactly right. I stole it. I stole it. I started selling this with the story. So one of the things that we're gonna practice inside of the boot camp is you need to be able to jump into stories. Stories are conversations. This is not a new thing. This is nothing new under the sun. Like I said, if you watch QVC and you watch HSN long enough, you should be able to pick up a conversational story selling habit. You don't have a man and you didn't want to carry all of it. Now, here's what's amazing. Matter of fact, I'm going to give, okay, so now this is what y'all got to do. Y'all can't wait because I'm going to forget who I'm giving stuff to, and I don't want to do that. I'm going to give you, everybody who remembered the story, I'm going to give you, let me see. Rokia, you just won the I Am the Change song and concert. Lakeisha Musinti, you just won the I Am the Change concert. Mahogany Brown, you just won the I Am the Change concert and song. Crantea just won. Shonda just won. Gorgeous Concepts. So here's what I need you guys to do. Make sure that you hit me up. You have to follow me on Instagram, and you have to go in my DMs and let me know that you won. So 6 of you guys just won right now. And the reason why you won is because you remembered whatever story I used, and or you answered when I said, how did I sell it? I said story. So you just won, okay? So you won an hour-long concert as well as my new single that hasn't even hit like the chart, any iTunes, anything yet. You get access to all of that, and you can use it in your materials. If you're doing live streams, you can use that song royalty-free, all right? So you won that for free. I love you, Wanda. Wanda, I want to gift you right now. I'm in the giving mood. Wanda, I want to gift you because you just said congratulations to all the winners. And I think that's really powerful when you can be, as everybody that wins, you want to be excited about other people's wins. And so I love that spirit, Wanda. You won as well. So what you do is the way you get your, I'm going to give it to you, but I need you to follow me on Instagram at Lakeisha Michelle on Instagram and send me a message. Now, Lakeisha says, yes, thank you. You're very welcome. So far, deep breath, everybody. Deep breath, deep breath. Do another deep breath, deep breath, deep breath, because I know I'm throwing a lot at you, and I just wanted to give you this information, and I wanted it to be something that you can take and practice, all right? Here's the thing. You take the one thing that you want to sell, and you find the problems. You need to be able to find 3 to 5 problems. Okay? You need to be able to find 3 to 5 problems that relates, that would make somebody be excited to be introduced to this product. Okay? And then from there, when the conversation, the way to make it natural is you're using these stories. And you just use real stories. So you got to think as a storyteller. And yes, you're speaking. Most of you guys say, I'm not a speaker. I'm not tech savvy. I'm not a person that whatever. You've canceled everything before you ever got started. And yet you watch on a live stream and you be like, man, this person does this and this person I want to be able to just jump on a video and talk about whatever. How many guys are sick and tired of when the moment comes for you to make a sale, you just feel like crap because you know you just fumbled. You just like you had it. And there it is. You don't want it to feel like that. That's another technique, by the way. I'm giving you all of these techniques inside the boot camp, and you're going to practice them. The average person needs accountability. You need to be in the energy of people who are thinking like you. And you need a coach. I don't like not having options. I don't like not being able to do what I want to do when I want to do it. And so I decided to make sure I understand how this thing works. When I say this thing, I'm referring to like the decision of I'm going to be the type of person that runs your own. I want to run my own business. I want to work when I want to work and how I want to work. I want to be able to go to whatever next income level I desire. I want to be a person that is a giver, that is influential. I want to be a person that gives back and helps people. Before my YouTube channel took off, I literally said, I want to be a person like when I'm out, people are walking up to me, thanking me because I'm helping them and I'm making sales. I was very intentional about that. And so once I decided what I desire, then I went into the skill sets that I needed and I practiced the skill set. What is it costing you to keep watching content and not being a doer of the information? Because you know a lot, but you ain't doing it. Because what's happening is you're building your knowledge muscle, but you're not building the action muscle. So you know what happens? You have a lot of people who sit around and you smart as hell. And you ain't able to take information. You're not able to take the thing that you want to sell and sell it and turn it into turn it into tribe and coins by way of conversation. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? There's always a next level. It went from the six-figure dream to the multi-million-dollar dream. It went from making money online to like, oh, $1 million tech company. Like your dream just keeps going. I don't know. But that excites me. When I saw this, my daddy like literally put me in tears because I'm just chilling and my daddy sent me this picture. And I love this picture. Like every time, look at this, y'all. When I see this picture, like it even makes me tear up now. When he sent me this, I just got even more on fire because I'm like, this is why I am the way I am. This little girl. Like I was going to visit my sister. And that is my biological sister, right? I was going to visit her. I live in Texas. She lives in Georgia. My parents adopted me from there. And I'm blessed. I got adopted within the family, right? So my great aunt took me in and raised me, and you know what I'm saying? All of that. But like this little girl just was like, man, can I just look at my mama? And, you know, can I just play with my sister? I yearned and longed for them. And I just know there were so many moments like that in my life where I was like, I don't never want to not have the option to do nothing I don't want to. I just believe that I can turn whatever the situation is around. And so that became like my DNA. And I have my biological mama to thank. And yes, we tight right now. We are good. It's good. But that brings tears of just like, wow. Like, because I remember that little girl has always been a dreamer. That little girl used to hear, we ain't got money for the light bill. We ain't got money for you to join that program. We ain't got money for this. And I was like, I'm going to always have some money. So, yeah, I decided that what is the skill set that you need so that you can have money? That little girl is the same little girl that worked corporate. And a white lady walked up to her and said, little girl. And she started saying whatever she was going to say. And even though I needed that job, I walked off that job because I knew that little girl ain't going to never be in a position where I can't quit and I'm going to have to deal with some racist crap because I need this $12 an hour. Nah, that's not me. I'm going to get the skill set that I need. You guys are not looking at what is the skill set. And how do I practice it? What does it cost you to not have the skill set. Everybody's starting businesses and they're freaking out. Your industry's shifting and you're freaking out instead of just going, oh, no, I just need to get into a new industry and I know how to turn my conversations into coins, so it's all good. I just gave you a technique that if you go right now and you just practice it and you get used to going, what's the one thing that I want to sell? What are the problems that everybody's having? I'm just a person that speaks about the problems and the benefits. I just told you, if I'm selling to a mother, the benefit is what is it benefiting her to listen to me? I'm going to show her how to save time. I'm going to show her how to fit. All I do is go into her desires. Not only do you look for, now I'm going to give you even more, because this is the whole, I'm giving you a piece of an exercise that my people are going to perfect. But not, and I wish this was whiteboarded, but it's not, it's a wall. Not only are you going to look at the problems, but you want to look at the desires. You look at the benefit. What is the desire? What is the desire? I want more time. I want more money. I want more freedom. It's always the same desires. You got to learn how to take those same desires that everybody wants and tie them into your product and service. Again, at the beginning, and you can't do that if you don't believe in it. So stop selling stuff you don't believe in. That'll eliminate half the problem. I see you guys. Some of y'all smart. Y'all already at LakeishaMichelle.com. Join in. Stop waiting. Jump in. As I'm talking to you, I see you guys. There's little notifications. Like, yo, these are skill sets that you practice. Again, you go into the one thing that you want to sell. List 3 to 5 problems. List 3 to 5 solutions. Okay? I'm sorry, not solutions, desires. That's something that people, I'm telling you, you're not practicing it. You're listing 3 to 5 desires. Because from there, now you know what they are frustrated with. Now you know what they want. And then use the stories to tie in the product. And prove it. Prove that it works. Very simple. And all you have to do is do that every single day. Y'all ain't showing up because you scared. You ain't showing up because, you run around, you look a mess, and so you have a lifestyle of practice. Remember, I've been talking, and I know that sounds horrible. You think this and this and that. You talking about you cute and I look a mess. Y'all know that's true. If I tell you to jump on video right now and you start telling me about your house is a mess, you practice messy living. I'm sorry that hurts. And no, nobody's house is spotless 24/7. And yes, your kids tear up everything. And yes, there are people in this same moment right now that have clean houses with kids that tear up everything, but they train their kids to clean up everything, and they live a lifestyle of cleanliness. So even when they make a mess, right after they make the mess and they're done making the mess, they clean it up. So you have no excuse. And this is the stuff that goes, it's tough. Yes, it's hard. Baby crying, bills due, baby daddy just left, somebody just died. I know this is called life. And what I'm saying is that, are we just committed to the reason why we're stuck in the practice that doesn't serve what we desire? Or are we more committed to where we want to go? I know, it makes you uncomfortable. Like it makes it tough in the room. It makes it like, I don't like that. Truth is that's what happens with truth. And I have to take my own. Am I just commit? I just do this. I do this on myself. I literally went live. Not went live. I made a video earlier when I just needed to hear my thoughts, and I took myself through the exercises that I teach you guys in the Good T VIP membership. Some of y'all ain't got that. It was $12. Now it's $19 a month. And these exercises, I live by them. When I'm frustrated, I go straight into what is it that I desire? If I'm just clear on the desire, I can look at what's the underlying, like, okay, that the truth is I actually desire this. So the reason why I'm frustrated is because this desire isn't happening. So what in this thing do I need to either release because I don't truly really is it that I need to release that, or I need to step up and own that that's where I'm going, and I need to get into the energy of owning that and being that and making that happen. Does it make sense? You gotta practice. This is why I talk about these things, you guys. It's so life-changing. So here's the thing. I want you to take everything I just said. It's your job to take these free class rants and go back and watch and break it down, take notes, and do it. That's your job. There's some of you guys, that's what you're going to do. That's completely fine, because it doesn't, the value of that exercise, the value of you having a tribe where you can do this with a group of people, you are who you hang around. Me and my friend, we sit up and we change each other's conversation. We be like, oh, don't say that, and we correct each other. We don't start getting mad because we both desire to speak only in affirmations. It's so funny. I even saw Kanye West saying it the other day. So we desire to speak a certain way. So we're constantly correcting ourselves and constantly going, friend, go and change it. Even if we got to laugh and be okay with being frustrated, we shift it. We're like, no, because we really, really want that life. So we got to change that language. You are who you hang around. Most of you guys don't have anybody that's trying to do the things that you want to do. There's an importance in your tribe. There's such value. You are who you hang around. If you hang around people who are only mad at Trump, if you hang around people who are only just obsessed with another thing that is, being said then your world is very different from the people I hang with. Because the people I hang with, they're buying cities. They're building, like literally building cities. They are talking about new business models and new business plans. They're talking about and taking vacations. They're looking at new properties. They're looking at how can they increase faster, further right now in the pandemic right now. That's what we like doing. What's the difference? You are who you hang around. Why am I saying that? Part of the boot camp in Conversations to Coins, everybody has the same goal of being a conversationalist that knows how to attach products to conversation. So a lot of you guys want to be a brand. Brands, if I'm a brand, Lakeisha Michelle is a brand. The reason why I can get on here and sell you a concert, a class, some earrings, and whatever else I love and believe in is because I'm a brand. That's a skill set. I also am a brand that understands that you can turn a brand has a conversation. Nike is a brand. What's their conversation? Just do it. So they can work with all kinds of artists. They can work with all kinds of athletes and all kinds of creators and all kinds of missions and movements because they're clear, right? And they know the problems. And so their commercials invoke emotions because they know that you're struggling. And so they do things. We want you to feel inspired. And if you feel inspired enough, then you're going to attach that feeling. They understand the power of the feeling. And you're going to attach it to our products. The products are going to naturally sell. You're going to get our app and you're going to work out with us and you're going to show up at our live events and you're going to listen to this celebrity. So we're going to throw more products on that person and this is a skill set. This is what we're learning. You don't have to be Nike. Some of you guys are not starting because you think I don't have a tribe. How are you going to build a tribe if you don't know how to have a conversation that is always asking people to take action? If I need to build a tribe, I want them to join my email list. I want them to join my free webinar. I want them to be a part of my movement. Why? Because eventually you're going to monetize that thing, right? You know, all things are not going to be able to monetize. But at the end of the day, you want people to be taking action. And that's selling. I'm selling you to take my free webinar and give me your email address. I'm selling you on even going to look at LakeishaMichelle.com to see what the Conversations to Coins Bootcamp is about. You are a salesperson. Does that make sense, you guys? You need to know how to jump in and out of those conversations. They need to be building your tribe on a regular basis. And they need to be selling your products and services. A lot of you guys are coaches and you're burnt out because you're doing all this stuff and you're not, like, you tired. Because you do the teaching well, but you don't sell well. And a lot of you guys don't know how to teach. And you should be, at this point, everybody is an educator. You are educating on how to use the product that you sell. It doesn't mean, like, if this is the product, you still got to educate me on how to do it. And so you need to learn how to speak. I be reading some of them emails y'all send me, and then they're horrible. Horrible. And it doesn't mean I'm making fun of your education level. You are literally like I could tell. And you know it. And ain't nobody telling you, they just letting you, they're going to talk about you behind your back. I'm here to help you learn how to speak. in your own authentic voice and turn your conversations into tribe that takes action on whatever you say and into income. This is what the boot camp is doing. So this week I'm enrolling, and when the doors close, and I'm on to the next thing I'm selling. I already know what the next thing is going to be. Does that make sense, you guys? So it makes sense for you to jump into the boot camp. At least pay attention. Let me tell you about it. Do I have permission right now to tell you what the boot camp is and to tell you why you should go check it out right now and see if it's a yes or no for you right now? Can I tell you about it? Let me know in the comments. Do I have your permission? 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 Even if you're on the replay, let me know. I love that. I am abundant. Gorgeous Concept says yes. Miss Fabulous says amen. Gorgeous says, I can hear your mentor just now. Amen. I had to pull over and take notes. Most people want a mentor, and they be wanting coaches and all that, and like people be saying like, can you endorse this book, and can you do this, and can you mentor me? You ain't about that life. Most people are not about that life. Again, are you willing to lotion someone's feet and be backstage and, you know what I'm saying, hold the coffee, get the coffee, put some lotion, grab this, run back 5 miles, run back, sit? Y'all ain't about that life. Get up before the person, go to bed after the person, and this is a person who also gets up at 6 and goes to bed past midnight, but you got to get up and go to bed before and after them. Are you willing to put that kind of work in? Those people like, heck no, I got kids, I got this, I got that. And I know people with kids that do this, by the way. And so, yeah, most people aren't, which is why you get a coach, because then you don't have to suffer as much as you can just pay for the information and go do it. But anyway, that's another story. Oh, there we go. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? I love it. Oh, I know exactly what you meant, and that's my point. I know exactly what you meant. Gorgeous Concepts. I knew, and that was my point. Like, I was actually there's some people on here, they be asking me to do stuff and tell Lisa stuff, and it's like, Lisa would never. And I need y'all to know that that's kind of crazy that y'all even think that works. But anyway, so I was just throwing a little, trying to help somebody out. I knew what you meant, boo, and that's a compliment. That's a compliment to a coach when you can look at a person and tell who their coach is. Here we go. Conversations to Coins Bootcamp. This is for you if every time you go to sell something, you start stuttering. If you know that you have a book, you are a coach, you are a speaker author, you are a hairdresser, you are a makeup artist, you are selling some type of service or product. It really doesn't matter. Some of you guys have told me, let me look at the beginning of what you are. You are selling t-shirts. You are selling information. You have a book, and so you want to now sell a training based on the book. Let me look at some of the other stuff. You got shampoo, okay? You have, so it's a hair care line, basically. I love it. I love it. Drop what you do in the comments. Let me see. I love it. Yeah, so that would be you if you have something to sell. But what happens is when you say if you have something to sell, then everybody starts saying, but what about my thing? And so I'm trying to give you examples of that. But if you have something to sell, and you know right now that if somebody told you to make a video and make an offer and ask people to buy, you know that you're going to start stuttering. You don't know what to say. You feel like you look crazy on video. You know that you've been procrastinating. You know that you hate selling. You don't want to feel pushy. You have this whole horrible mentality about asking people to actually spend money with you. This is for you. If you know that you want to show up like a boss. You want to be confident, and you want to show up with ease and just make your offer. You're tired of trying to figure it out. You're tired of trying to like Google your way. You're tired of waiting for that moment when it'll just be easy for you. Because you know you ain't did no work. Like, what? That is not real, by the way. You know that you have a service or product, and you want it to be easy to offer to people. You want to feel confident that when I show up and have this conversation, I have a strategy that I can go into every single time that will inspire people to stay a part of my tribe, as well as take action and buy. This is for you. So what we're doing is, this is a 35-day boot camp, and you still have time. The holidays and we actually had a tech glitch, which so the real juicy stuff hasn't even released yet. So you have time this week to sign up, okay? Now, I'm going to give you my 5 core conversation tactics, okay? I'm going to give you these tactics, and this is going to be your framework that we're all working from. With these tactics, you're going to know how to go into the examples that I just gave you on this live stream. It's written out. It's really simple. And that way, because when it's simple and when it's digestible, you can jump into it same day and go do it in real time and have conversations that make people want to go follow you and also buy. Okay, so I'm going to give you the 5 core tactics, and then what we're going to do daily are conversation drills. Okay, now this is where the magic is going to happen, because each day you're going to do a drill, and the drill is broken down into bits and pieces of the technique, so you don't have to feel like you're being water hosed and overwhelmed. You're just practicing the one thing, and over time all of those things are going to build up the natural way that I sell. It's going to become natural for you because it's strategic. Like you're practicing it 5 days a week. All right. Now, there's going to be different challenges. Some of them are going to be intense, okay, and others not so much. This is not for you if you also are saying that, like, I'm so busy that I don't have time to do this. This isn't for that person, because that means building a tribe and income isn't a priority for you, and that's okay. Okay? So here's the thing. What the drills are going to do for you, again, is perfect the natural way that you sell. I'm not training you to be all energetic Keisha. I'm training you to be you and make offers confidently. You're going to stop being scary, and you're going to show up. Now, part of this, the drills, you're going to be doing the challenges within the private Facebook group as well as on your public pages. And so if you have been taking forever to decide where you're going to build is it going to be building your Facebook, building a YouTube, building a Instagram, or whatever it is, maybe you have a webinar, or maybe you're going to go through your contacts in your phone and sell, we'll narrow down all of that stuff. But we're really going to get clear on who are you talking to, where are they, and you're going to be showing up consistently using these conversation to sell techniques, okay? If you know that you don't like the way you sound when you're speaking and you need to practice that, this is for you. The drills are really powerful, because that's where you're going to get better, because I'm going to be able to watch you on video in real time and be like, do this, do that, do this, do that, that kind of thing, okay? And so you get a coach. And not only am I going to be drilling you during the week, you're also going to be able to have office hours with me where you can go and meet me on the Zoom and just in live real time ask me business questions, and that'll help you pivot in real time in your business or in your brand. Okay, so that's like insane. A lot of you guys be like, do you do one-on-one? Do you do coaching? Do you do this? This is where you're going to get it at, all right? Now, the value of the private Facebook group, I already see people congratulating each other, pouring into each other, jumping into videos scared and, looking a mess and all that kind of stuff. They're just getting into it. It's going to build your action, do it now muscle. Most of you guys are not making what you want or building the tribe that you want because you're not doing it now. You're not in the energy of it. And you haven't built that habit of taking action. And so that's a really big part of the group, okay? So you have the 5 core tactics. You have the conversation drills each day. You have the private Facebook group, and you have the weekly Zoom calls, okay? I'm going to vary the times so that I make sure that the time I'm available for you guys. So you don't have to freak out if you got something else planned, and you can always jump into the Facebook group and just ask me a question directly, so you don't have to be on a Zoom call for all my OCD people. So if you're a creator, speaker, coach, author, a professional of any sort, and you want to turn your conversations into tribe and cash over the next 35 days, this is for you. If you know that you want to perfect being on video, this is for you, because we're going to be doing a lot of video, and it's going to be online. A lot of you guys have been freaked out during the pandemic because it's time to pivot. It's time to be on video, selling and making your offers. I don't care if it's a book, a journal, a hair salon, tax services, detox tea, health shakes, ebooks, financial services. If you have a boutique, if you are doing workshops and master classes, maybe you have a new podcast and you got to get used to promoting yourself. This is for you, okay? Basically, insert any product or service. The truth is, the words that you say, okay, with your voice, that basically makes you a speaker. Okay? And you're going to use your words to attract attention to whatever it is you have for people. The more people that you attract to look at your offer, the higher the percentage of those people to buy. Instagram is cutting off. They're going to have to go to YouTube or Facebook. All right? So what's going to happen is the more you practice articulating your thoughts, the more you practice taking topics and stories and using them to sell your products, you're going to stand out. Doing these things well will be your new normal. Okay? You're going to become a natural. You're going to become a natural tribe builder and a natural salesperson. And it's going to require your practice. And this practice has a very high level of accountability. So there is daily proving. And the group is small enough so that everybody's being entered as they sign up on a spreadsheet. And so I can check in and we see the progress. You're going to track where you are at the beginning and you're going to follow it all the way through. Okay? And, oh, I love the comments. I love the comments. Is this making sense? Say yes or no. I love it. I love it. I love it. Health accountability group. You pay for entry, which is an investment in yourself. Oh, I love that. I love that, Kendall. That's dope. So you're building a health accountability group. I love it. So here's the deal. The value of this, easily $12.97. What does that mean? That means that I know that the people here are with this technique, $12.97. Even if you want to stretch that number out over the rest of the year, this technique will help you make $12.97. Now, some of you guys say $12.97. Let's go ahead and break down another skill set that I'm going to teach you to do over time. Understanding that $12.97, if you sell, even if you're selling, why did my calculator just go away? Even if you're selling a $47 product, that's 28 people. If you can't sell 28 people to your $48 product, that's a bigger problem, which also means you need to be in this group. But that's the value of it, right? But your investment is $4.97. $4.97. Find a way, get into the group. $4.97. There are payment options. So if you want to pay it out over time, you take $4.97. Again, if you got a $47 product divided by $4.97, that's 11 people. Ask yourself, do I have a problem going right now and getting $47 from 11 people? Then you need to be in this group. Because there's something that you're not saying with whatever, okay? With whatever you're selling or offering. It doesn't make any sense. Also, some of you guys are going to know how to understand which industries you should be in. And sometimes I've done this type of boot camp before where people go, oh, I'm in the wrong industry. And then we pivot really quickly and things just take off. So some of you guys, you're going to really realize that, oh, wow, that's an option as well. There's so much that you're going to gain from this boot camp, but most of all, you're going to walk away knowing how to have any conversation and turn it into a tribe and coin. That is the name of the game. If you can't do that right now in 2020, you're in an odd place. You're in an anxious place because things are changing. There is a new normal. Ain't no other going back to where you was at. You need to be able to jump on videos and sell your things, okay, and build your audience. You need to be able to have the practice and the skill set of showing up daily over a period of time. Most people quit because they feel like it's not working. You quit because every day, emotionally, you are going up and down based on the results that you see versus staying firm to what you decided and what you committed to. So this group is going to help you do that. Your investment is $4.97. Very simple. All you have to do is go to LakeishaMichelle.com right now and look at the payment options. There are 3 payment options, and decide what's best for you. And when you join, you're into the tribe and you're jumping into action. We get into the work, and for the next 5 weeks, starting with this coming Sunday, you're going to be working with your girl, and we meet every week, and all the details are there. LakeishaMichelle.com. Go right now. And I want you to go and take action. And it really is just ask yourself, what is it costing me to keep trying to figure it out by myself? What is it costing me to wonder how you do this stuff instead of just asking the person who does it on a regular basis, who I watch on a regular basis, who I pretty much know, ask yourself that. What is it costing me to do the same thing and try to get a different result? Whatever you do, do something. Whatever you do something. But I wanted you to jump into that exercise. I love you for watching. If you're watching this, you are not normal. You are a change agent. You desire more because you're The title of this is Turning Your Conversations into Coins. And that technique will show you, you can use that whether you're building a brand, products, and services. So I pray that you take action. I'm excited about everybody that has already jumped in. I'm excited about, we have like 5 slots left. So you guys go, come on through. Get in while you fit in. This closes this week, and we get started. The first official like 5-week run starts on Sunday, and we're already in action though in the Facebook group. So jump in, LakeishaMichelle.com. I will see you guys later. I love your energy. I'm gonna do another free class tomorrow.